Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth-given name. Happy second recording on this Wednesday. Want to say hey to all my subscribers, new as well as seasoned. I got a word for you. In fact, it's an email response. I'm outside waiting on someone, so I figured I will pull a random email that would be a quick response. And so the one I chose to pull was, does money buy happiness? That is the $1,000,000 question. No pun intended. All right, guys. So I'm going to give my opinion. Again, it's my opinion. If you feel differently or if you feel the same, please feel free to comment. I would love to hear from you guys. I will say this. I have definitely been on the receiving end of both, right? Your girl came from the hood, right? So, hood, but you know, my mom's always made sure we had. That's why I always make sure she have. But I've experienced both. I've experienced not knowing which bill is going to get paid, if the bill is even going to get paid. But I've also experienced a life at times where I didn't have to worry about me, my family, or anyone attached to me, their needs or their wants, right? Now, that doesn't mean that's a rich season or a wealthy season. It just means that you have enough money where you can just do what you want to do, pretty much. So my point is I've experienced both. And this is why I always tell people seasons changes. So if you're in a dark season, if you're broke and you feel like your life is just broke and you've been broke all of your life, seasons changes. So don't get stuck in that mindset that, oh, I came from the hood, I'm going to die in the hood. I mean, that's what you want to do what you do, boo, right? Because some people had that hood mentality, meaning they love the struggle. Sometimes that's just, trauma conditioning and they can't see better. They don't know better exists. And some people are just comfortable there. And that's fine. That's fine. But if you know it's more, if you know you're tired of struggling and you're tired of robbing Peter to pay Paul, you're tired of hiding the car so don't get repo, you're tired of this and you're tired of that, please know that seasons changes. No, God is not going to come knock on your door and give you $1,000,000. You got to get out here and you got to do what you got to do. Make sure you are aligned spiritually. Ask God what lane you should be in. And yes, you're going to have to hustle very, very, very hard. So back to the original topic, does money buy you happiness? You've heard many people say things like, well, the rich or the wealthy will never tell you that it does because they want to keep you stuck in that poverty mindset. Did I say that already? I'm not even sure. Then you have people who feel like, no, I have $1,000,000,000 and I'm still not happy. So I'm telling you, money doesn't buy happiness. So it's each his own, right? Personally, I feel like this. If your unhappiness is coming from stress and anxiety because you can't pay bills or you can't do the things you want to do, like you might have a dream to just travel the world and just live carefree from plane to plane, state to state, country to country, and that's what you really want. So if your source of sadness is coming from stress and anxiety about bills and not feeling like you can whatever, then yes, money will make you happy. If that's where your sadness is coming from. If your sadness is just coming from depression or because you just have never tapped into that one thing that makes you feel whole and just completes you, money will not make you happy. In fact, sometimes it will make you even more sad. Money does not make you happy. It will take away all the stress of having to worry about which bill will get paid. But guess what? It still creates stress on a different level. So you may not be worried about now which bill's going to get paid, but you're going to be worried about making sure you handling this thing accordingly so you don't lose it all. You're going to worry about the stress of now having more people to take care of. You got to worry about the stress of the accountability that God is requiring you to have from people. So the stress just transfers. So that's why I say, if your sadness is from stress alone, then it can help take away that stress. But if you're unhappy because you're an unhappy person, money will not make you happy. You will be happy for a month or so for the things you can buy that you always wanted. Okay, you wanted that certain car, that certain house. You wanted that certain this, and that. Well, what happens when we get new things? We're all happy about it for a period of time, and then before we know it, it is what it is. It's like when you buy that new car and you swear up and down you would never eat in that car, and 6 months later you got McDonald's fries and ketchup all on the steering wheel. The true source of happiness is when you tap into that inner thing in you that fulfills you. When you feel complete with no money. When you're just happy. Money will be an addition to happiness because then it branches off. For example, for me, the one thing that have always, all of my life, which would have made me feel fulfilled, it makes me feel complete, is being able to help other people. In any way. That can be words, that can be this and that. That has always been my thing. So if God has blessed me with money, now I can help even more people. So because I'm already happy, it will increase and intensify my already happy feelings. But I'm telling you, and I know what some people are saying, because people say it all the time, well, give me $1 million and then I'll tell you if money makes you happy. Listen. If I had $1 million to give you, I would give you. And I would want to meet with you again 6 months later, even a year later, to see what your thoughts are. You may get to the point where you want to get that money back because more money, more problems. People don't understand that. More money, more problems. You got to worry about people now kidnapping your family and stuff, holding people for ransom and all kind of nonsense. You got to worry about if the people who you're meeting now really love you or love what you can do for them. Then you really don't want to go back to the past lovers, because it's almost like, well, if I go back to a past lover, I'm speaking general now because you're only going back nowhere, but I'm just saying, if I go back to a past lover, at least I knew that they really loved me for me, because I ain't had nothing then. But the flip side of that, they no longer speak your language. So you ain't happy there either. They don't speak your language any longer. So you see, we just have this facade about what we think will make us happy. Think about the time where you figure the day before you got married, you just figured when you got married, life would be perfect forever. And now you want to probably kick your husband out the house. You probably done left your woman for somebody else. You got the new car. You say you will wash it every week. 6 months later, you ain't washed the car yet. You said if you get this new house, your forever home, it's going to be your forever home. And it's going to be, now you got stuff all around the house. So it's all this illusion that we think if we get something, it will make us happy. And the truth of the matter is when we get it and we get comfortable with it, we're going to want something else. So now you got money and you ain't happy after a year, and now you want something else. Well, Lord, I'm just not happy no more. And I'm just, I don't know what I want. I just want something. Well, what you want? You wanted the money. So what do you want? The truth of the matter is, what we're seeking is not money. We're seeking that void to be filled. And we keep trying to replace it with money and cars and girls and guys and this and that and this and that. Now, we keep trying to fill that void. And that true void can only be filled by us tapping into our purpose and our calling to find that thing that why we were created and what's going to allow us to feel whole. Purpose will always be aligned with you helping others, because purpose is not about you. So no, in my opinion, money will not make you happy. But yes, money takes away the stress of worrying about bills, but the stress just transfers to something else. How you got to monitor it, how you got to steward it, how you got to answer your phone every 29 minutes because somebody needs something. If you want to be happy, tap into your purpose and your calling. If you want to be happy, develop or keep that intimate relationship, not religion, relationship with God. That's where your true source of happiness. That is that void that you're trying to fill with all kind of stuff. That's what will fill that void. You guys have a great one. It's your girl.